What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another fun video. My hair is pink because me and my wife finally got our 100 subscribers on our channel, and that was really awesome. But now my hair is pink for a while, so just getting that out of the way from the beginning. So today I figured that I would do a top 10 list of actors that were born to play their roles, and there are so many choices that I will have an honorable mention at the end of the video because I think it would be unfair not to give the others an honorable mention. And remember, these are just my opinions of actors that I feel were born to play their roles. If you have any actors that you feel were born to play their roles that I didn't mention going into this video, please comment them down below. I'd love to hear from you guys who some of your favorite roles and actors and stuff were. So let's get into this. Alright, so coming in at number 10, it's part of a franchise that I'm afraid is on the decline. It's the Fast and Furious franchise, and the actor, I think you all know who I'm talking about, would have to be Paul Walker in his role as Brian O'Connor. I mean, for me, you know, growing up with the Fast and Furious movies, watching them from the beginning in release order, you know, I was a big fan of Fast and Furious, and one of the cool things about Fast and Furious for me always was, you know, seeing Paul Walker in his role as Brian, and the way that he played the role, it was kind of just perfect. You know, he fit in that role so well, and it was just an awesome part for him to play, and it was really a sad day when he passed away. And for me, that will always be one of his most iconic roles. I mean, he did have a few other really good roles that he played, but Brian O'Connor was that one role that I always seem to go back to and rewatch and always enjoy.
I owe you a 10-second car.
Number 9, I would have to say, would be Sigourney Weaver as Ripley in the Alien franchise. I know some of the Alien movies started to decline a little bit into the franchise, and I do agree they did, but the very first Alien movie was a masterpiece, and she was amazing in that movie. I mean, the whole feel of the movie was intense, it was fun, it was sci-fi, it was, you know, it was kind of a whole new outlook on the franchise, and it was really, really good. I enjoyed it, and I think that Sigourney Weaver's performance in that movie was like top notch. I mean, you know, she was this badass bitch taking on aliens, taking names, and it was really, really cool. And you know, she's a terrific actress. I've seen a lot of her movies, and again, I always end up watching Alien again because it was just that good and that well written and well acted that, you know, it's fun to rewatch. So I had to put that on the list.
Get away from her, you bitch!
Coming in at number 8 is Jim Parsons as Sheldon Cooper. I am a huge Big Bang Theory fan. Personally, it is my favorite sitcom of all time. I haven't seen something that has really matched what the Big Bang Theory gave me in humor and character development and all of that stuff. And honestly, I just think that, you know, Jim Parsons as Sheldon was amazing. You know, he played the role so well and with so much charm and charisma that there are times you hate Sheldon and there are times that you love Sheldon. And for an actor to be able to do that, you know, that is a really good thing. So, you know, as a fan of the Big Bang Theory, I had to put Sheldon on this list because Jim Parsons was amazing. I mean, the whole way he portrayed Sheldon was in such a fun and charming and witty way that, you know, you end up just loving every single minute of it. And he has to be on this list. I would blame myself if I didn't put him on my list as one of the best performances, because that really was just a phenomenal performance, and I really miss the Big Bang Theory. I was so sad when it ended, and it is just an amazing show.
Benny, Penny.
Coming in at number 7, I'd have to say Jennifer Lawrence as Katniss Everdeen in The Hunger Games. I I watched the movie before I read the book. Big mistake, I know, but you know, I watched the movie not knowing anything about the book. I just saw based on the novel by, and I was like, oh, it's a book, and then you know read the books. But watching the movies, you know, after you know reading and watching and all of that, Jennifer Lawrence's portrayal as Katniss was really good, and I think you know I think she was the perfect choice to portray Katniss. I can't imagine somebody else in the role. You know, I can't sit here and think, you know, she could have worked or she could have worked. No. Jennifer Lawrence was amazing in this role. And, you know, I think if it wasn't for her portrayal of Katniss the way she did it, I probably wouldn't have enjoyed the movies as much as I did. So, you know, she had to be on the list in that role particularly because that is kind of the role of hers that I watched and I was like, okay, I'm a fan now. So definitely Jennifer Lawrence as Katniss. Number 6 is something that I think we're all familiar with and we are all fans of since we were like very, very young. It would have to be Johnny Depp as Captain Jack Sparrow in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. I mean, I took way too long to watch the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. I won't deny that. It is 100% the truth. And after watching Pirates of the Caribbean the first time, I kind of was kicking myself for not watching it earlier. And Johnny Depp in this role is just amazing. I mean, he's charisma, his suave, his humor, his out there, you know, mindset as Jack Sparrow was just so entertaining and so much fun to watch. And the movies, you know, are good, but I think if it wasn't for Captain Jack, they wouldn't have been as good as they are. And Johnny Depp is an amazing actor. I mean, I have seen a lot of his movies, and I've never once seen a Johnny Depp film where I felt, you know, I didn't think he did that well in this role. No, every single movie of his was good, but this is one of those roles that kind of just stand out and makes you go, damn, this guy's good. And for me, that is Captain Jack Sparrow.
I got a jar of dirt, I got a jar of dirt, and guess what's inside it?
Coming in at number 5 is probably another sad one, you know, another time where I went no when I heard the news. I'd say number 5 is Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther. I was, you know, since I read the comics of Black Panther, I was a fan of the character because, you know, it's such a hearty story, you know, and the way that, you know, he was portrayed in the comics and everything was awesome. But seeing it transfer to the big screen, I didn't know who they were going to cast. And when Chadwick Boseman stepped up in this role, I was blown away. I mean, he did such an amazing job, and he portrayed the role so well that, you know, I kind of sat up in my seat the first time Black Panther was introduced, and I was like, damn, this is going to be good. You know, this is going to be a whole new benchmark in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And boy, it was. I mean, when the Black Panther movie came out, I saw it on opening weekend. I mean, it was amazing. So I really enjoyed Black Panther, and I was really sad to hear about Chadwick. And, you know, he made such an impact on the Marvel Universe in the role of Black Panther that, you know, it was so sad to hear. But again, phenomenal actor. And I mean, I saw a couple of his other movies as well. He never disappointed in any role he played, but I think Black Panther will probably be one of his most iconic parts that he ever portrayed. Coming in at number 4 is Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. I mean, I grew up with Wolverine since I was a little boy, and you know, Hugh Jackman was in this role, and he was amazing as Wolverine. I mean, every single movie that came out that had to do with X-Men or Wolverine, maybe the movie wasn't as good, but his portrayal of Wolverine was always top-notch and on point. And, he had fun with the character, and Wolverine, being that kind of a disconnected type of character, I think Hugh Jackman did that so well, but also brought a lot of humor to the character as well. And I loved the character. I think Hugh Jackman was incredible as Wolverine, and Hugh Jackman is a great actor. I mean, he is on another level, but Wolverine was just, one of the most fun things I've ever seen Hugh Jackman do, and I'm a big fan of his portrayal of Wolverine. I mean, watching Logan, I am not somebody that cries at everything, but I cried at the end of Logan because, I mean, it was, 17 years that he was this character, and now it comes to an end. Damn! But, again, just an amazing role with an amazing actor.
Go fuck yourself.
So coming in at number 3, Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. is, again, phenomenal actor. Another role that just comes to mind, not thinking about Iron Man, is Sherlock Holmes. He was brilliant in Sherlock Holmes as well. But, Iron Man kind of started the whole MCU as we know it. And I literally cannot picture anyone else in the role of Iron Man other than Robert Downey Jr. I mean, he is Iron Man, and the way that he portrayed Iron Man, and the way that, Iron Man was given to us as a character, I think he went above and beyond. And, watching him over the years, just getting better every time and stepping up every time even more as Iron Man, it was insanely cool. And I kind of miss the fact that Iron Man is gone in the MCU, but it was one of his best roles, and I think Iron Man is probably my favorite Avenger because of Robert Downey Jr. So he has to go on this list in the top 3 because he was amazing.
And I am Iron Man.
So coming in at number 2, this is overall of all Marvel characters, this is my favorite character when it comes to the comic books. And then when the movie was made, the perfect actor was cast. It's Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. I mean, Ryan Reynolds was Deadpool before Deadpool was even a thing. Before Deadpool was even a movie. He has that humor. He has that witty charm. He has that, he has that whole vibe to him. I mean, movies like Van Wilder and stuff showed us that, this is kind of who this guy is. And then Deadpool came out, and it all just fits so perfectly. I mean, I was a big fan of the first Deadpool movie. It was amazing. It was everything we wanted it to be and more. And just seeing his humor, being incorporated into this role, and him just absolutely owning this character. And then the second movie comes out, and it's the same thing. He's just this. He is Deadpool, and for me, that doesn't always just happen. It takes a very great actor to portray a very great role. And for me, Ryan Reynolds was just the perfect and the most obvious choice, but the most perfect choice. And I will always be a big fan of Deadpool and Ryan Reynolds. And this is one of those movies that I watch Deadpool way too much because it's just that good. So he was definitely born to play this role.
Oh, I'm touching myself tonight.
Coming in at number 1, again, so sad, but it has to be named. I think that this deserves the number 1 spot because everyone was amazed at this. Everyone could not believe how good this was. And, if this wasn't number 1, I don't know what would have been. Heath Ledger as the Joker. He was fantastic. You know, I don't think, and this is no offense to every other actor that has portrayed the Joker, but I don't think there will ever be as good a Joker as Heath Ledger was. I mean, watching The Dark Knight and, you know, being a big Batman fan when it comes to the DC universe, the second that Heath Ledger showed up on screen as the Joker, you knew that you were watching history in the making. And, you know, his portrayal as that character and his whole menacing vibe, you know, he did it so well. It was scary good. And that just goes to show you what a phenomenal actor he was. I mean, Heath Ledger had a couple of parts that he had played that were really, really good, that I went, damn, okay, this guy is good. But holy shit, when he played the Joker, he stepped up to a whole new level. And, you know, watching his portrayal of the Joker and seeing how he did it, you know, it's one of those moments as a film fan where I sat and went, this is the kind of caliber actor that you want to see, and damn, he was good. So, you know, again, I was so sad to hear when he passed and you know, when all that happened, but I think the Joker will forever be one of the roles that people watch and go, that was his best, because holy crap, he was good. And I mean, he was funny, it was dark, it was just this whole mixed bag of emotions, you know, with that character, but it was such a good role, and that is why it's in the number one spot for me. Definitely has to be Heath Ledger's Joker. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I did promise you guys honorable mentions, so here they are. And remember, this is in no particular order. So, Tom Hiddleston as Loki, brilliant. The guy just, he owns that role. He is Loki. And again, can't picture another actor in that role. Linda Hamilton as Sarah Connor in the Terminator movies, amazing. I mean, if it wasn't for her portraying that character, I think the movie would have had a way different feel, and she was really good as Sarah Connor. Emma Watson as Hermione Granger. I mean, hello. she was. As a matter of fact, I think I should throw Rupert Grint and Daniel Radcliffe. Wow, I blanked on his name. And Daniel Radcliffe in there as well, because those three were amazing in this movie, and they are those characters and forever will be. Obviously, I have to say Chris Evans as Captain America. What an amazing job he did. Such a fun role, such an awesome actor, and it was so fun to see him grow in this universe along with all the other characters. And last but certainly not least, Andrew Lincoln as Rick Grimes in The Walking Dead. I mean, holy crap, this guy is good. And Rick Grimes is just a badass. So he has to be on this list. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys again next week with another fun video. I'm not sure what it is yet, but I'm sure you guys are going to like it. Please go follow my social media links, guys. I'd really appreciate that. Thank you guys so much for the love and support that you guys have been showing me. I'm on 5.2k on TikTok. I'm actually doing my first live, and we're going to see how that goes. And you know, it's so much fun, you know, seeing you guys enjoy the content and you know, helping me out with that. It's amazing. And I will see you guys next week. Have an awesome one. Peace.